And now's the time when things are shifting. There's gonna be a new world order out there. And we gotta lead it.
True internet suffered depression.
You are fake news.
I am not suicidal.
We'll circle back with you directly. I can circle back. I'll circle back with you.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Hello and welcome to episode 327 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I am Jeffrey.
And I'm Brian.
And we're just two guys drinking some beers, talking about what's going on. But not a whole lot of new stuff. It's the same stuff that we've been talking about for the most part. But do you remember that girl we talked about a little while ago decided she didn't want to live anymore, so accelerated her car to like 100 miles an hour and hit a brick wall and killed everyone in her car but survived?
I missed it.
Oh, we talked about it on the show. It was a while ago. What is it? Something came up in court about it. Yeah. She was whining about the handcuffs after she killed her boyfriend and her best friend in the car when she decided to die after a party or whatever. And she even said she did it on purpose. She wanted another trial because she was 17 when it happened.
Okay.
And the court was like, nope, you're staying in prison. It's like you clearly killed these two people on purpose. You know what I mean? It's like even a 17-year-old can go to prison for that. Yeah. I'm surprised you don't remember that, but it was an in passing thing. It was probably one of our intros or leftovers at one point or something, you know? Yeah, I think you shared this one. We talked about the Gerald Ford fire.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Apparently, it was way worse than we had been told.
Yeah.
I guess it burned for hours, and it says hundreds left without beds, and it drove me nuts because you could tell it wasn't a sailor that because they would have called them racks, right?
Right. But you got to think about where the laundry is on the ship. It's directly below berthing spaces. Honestly,
I have never had an issue. I've never had to do laundry through ship's laundry when I was in the Navy. Being sewage workers, we got our own washer dryer.
No, we had one in the photo lab too for chemicals, but still, the majority of the crew is going to use ship's laundry, and ship's laundry is literally like one deck below most of the aft berthing.
Yeah, and exactly. If that fire burns for a while, it's going to get hot and right through the deck, Yep.
And now they're on their way to, they're leaving the Middle East and going in for repairs over in the Italy area. In Crete, I think they're going for repairs.
Okay. I got it in leftovers, but we may as well mention it now. You shared this, and I think I had to read it twice. No, it's not even in leftovers. It might be, it's under foreign issues. But they're making these AI robots that'll like climb the bulkheads and like basically X-ray the steel to look for structural weaknesses before an issue occurs. I thought it was kind of crazy. Would have been real useful on the cruiser because he got that bimetallic strip, and oh man, the aluminum would crack all the time, and you'd have to go out there and drill holes at either end to stop it from expanding. Then you'd have to weld it shut. It would have been useful, I suppose, but because I mean, geez, that ship was the aluminum superstructure on that thing was always cracking and twisting. It was constant upkeep,
Yeah.
The carrier was steel.
Right.
It was, it didn't it expanded and contracted the same as the rest of the ship, so stuff didn't just crack, what's up with this James Comey thing?
He is under federal indictment. He's been slapped with a subpoena over his efforts to sabotage Trump.
With the whole Russiagate thing?
Yeah.
That was proven more than once, never ever happened. Yep. And then the Democrats came out and said it's impossible to happen anyway. There's no way to cheat an election.
But they definitely cheated an election.
Shoot, did you see Jasmine Crockett, right? She lost her primary for Yeah, was it? She was running for Senate, I think, or Congress
Yeah,
again.
Senate, Texas
She got
senator.
she got primaried out by her own party, and she's blaming the Republicans. And it's like,
Yeah,
y- y-
because there apparently there was a bunch of Republicans that were crossing over and voting for her. I think they would be voting for her, not against her, though,
I would have
because
thought so too, because she's a far left progressive.
well, the other guy is a wacko Pernison too.
Mm,
He's trying to
I,
use the Bible to his own purposes, and he he doesn't. He wears a cowboy hat to try to fit in with the Texans and stuff like that. So
mm,
yeah,
yeah, listening to an atheist try to quote Bible verses
it
is
was hilarious.
it's hilarious and sad. It's like you have no idea what that meant, do you? You know? Just like when you got these crazy lefties trying to quote the Constitution, it's like, man, you should probably read that thing once in a while, you know?
Hmm.
Uh, Sad news for the world today. A one-time world karate champion, the mentor to Bruce Lee,
Yep.
went on to a great career in acting. Chuck Norris has died. And no, this is not a joke. He was 86 years old.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
I enjoyed that show, and
I did too.
I watched some of the new one with
Not the same.
yeah, with Jared Padalecki or whatever. One of the two guys from Supernatural. Yeah, it's not the same, but it's not terrible. I think I watched one season and I just haven't been back to it yet. Uh, Holy crap, dude. Buy forever stamps, right?
Yep.
They're saying what next year a first class postage might be almost $1.
They're saying that's a possibility.
Yeah, I just bought some forever stamps, but that's because they were like Navy, Air Force, Marines, Army stuff. And let's be real, when was the last time? How often do you use stamps?
I got a roll here that of forever stamps, so
Yeah, but how often do you actually use them?
probably more than most.
Are you mailing out actual insurance packets?
Sometimes. Or
Like,
Christmas cards for insurance people and stuff.
all right. Because I'm thinking everything is done digitally these days. Like I'm not mailing in checks to the credit card company kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Oh, check this out, dude. A uh, a meteor smashed into Ohio, and NASA confirmed it. 17,000 pound hunk of space rock smashed into the ground and shook everything from miles away. I didn't see anything about any fatalities, which would mean that it landed nowhere. But geez, 6 foot, 17,000 pound meteor traveling at 44,000 miles an hour. Uh, yeah, and it was 50 miles above Lake Erie when the first flash was detected.
Hmm.
All I could think was, if this happened at night and I was outside, I would have been able to see that fireball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just I guess if one of those lands on you, just your time, right?
Yeah.
uh, and ooh, I'm not sure who shared this one. It might have been you. The guy in Arizona who got a terminal cancer diagnosis.
That wasn't me.
Oh, he got a term. He's a comedian, owned a nightclub, or comedian comedy club thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Got a diagnosis that he's going to die of cancer relatively soon. So he got in his car, drove to Alaska, and killed his ex-wife.
So she wouldn't get any money?
I don't know why, honestly. Maybe it was just I hate her enough that I'll spend the next couple of years in prison. But yeah, I thought that was.
I don't
I
even
was
know if
like,
he could
geez,
just, I don't even know if he spend any time in prison because they would probably give him like a humanitarian release, because you got terminal cancer. So
yeah, yeah, but let him go kill someone else. I don't know. Maybe he has no one else to
house
kill.
arrest.
Yeah. Oh, here's the repeat offender.
All right.
Hey lads, how are we?
Doing well.
Uh, this is excellent.
Just
Right
took me.
before we get into local stuff, I got a question for you.
Far
Weren't we
away, my
just
friend.
talking about what would happen with the ancient historic UK governance system? And you told me it was impossible. This could never ever happen.
In which way, mate? About the king?
Well, I mentioned the king in particular, but what they're dissolving the House of Lords right now, and it's been around for 700 years.
Oh, it won't happen. It won't happen.
Ah, I don't know. You don't think so?
Nah, won't happen, mate. Can't happen.
I think this has a lot to do with the fact that Mohammed is the most common name in England.
Yeah, well, mate, probably about 50, 60 years when we're dead, who knows? But, mate, the things have got to change. Like, I think Trump's leading the way, President Trump, mate, deporting people. And I think England has been on the cusp for a while. I think under a new government, you'll start seeing deportations. And I think
Maybe, but they keep voting to
Ireland
let
are
more people
leading the
in.
way. No, well, mate, Keir Starmer, he's got no chance of being voted in next time. He's
I
another
guess we'll,
Democrat. He's a left side of politics in England as well.
everyone in England is on the left compared to over here, though.
Because they get social security. Majority of them get social security over there.
Now we get Social Security, but you have to be what 65 and have worked in your life.
And it goes
Six
up. Yeah, I'm at 67. I don't get it until 67
No,
full.
okay. Well, it'll be completely insolvent by the time I'm old enough to reap it because my
six,
generation didn't
16,
reproduce.
16 here, 16 UK. I think it's 16 in Canada, New
Like a
Zealand as
universal
well.
basic income.
Yeah, mate. It's called the dole.
Why?
Go on the dole.
On
It's
the
yeah,
dole.
exactly. Look, I don't mind helping people out who can't like find work, like helping them up, but not to make it a living. It's not a lifestyle.
Yeah, well, that's our welfare system then. Instead of
Mm.
universal basic income, we'll give people way too much money because they just keep popping fucking kids out and won't live with the dad, you know?
And that's why the most common name in England's Mohammed, because they get paid for every child.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, what about the Catholics? But there's not a whole lot of Catholics in England, are there?
Oh, there are, but they converted to Church of England because of
I was
Henry
say the
VIII.
Church of England is what, Episcopalian or something?
It's only because Henry VIII couldn't divorce under the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exact. Well, yeah, so he decapitated his wife.
Oh, well, he told the Pope to go and shove it and start his own religion.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's right. That was it Louis the 14th, the French king, who he wasn't allowed to divorce, so he kept beheading his wife
No,
and marrying a new woman. It's
Henry
like,
VIII.
what the eighth? Okay,
Henry
Henry
VIII.
the Eighth. That's right. I've been married, 7 times before.
Everyone was Henry.
Uh, oh, my bad. We already did intro. Oh, check this out. Uh, took me a while to find anything worth talking about here in West Virginia. Uh, but this guy who used to live in the county, a couple of counties over from me, had a business, has since moved to Florida. He just pled guilty to receiving $250,000 of COVID relief money under false pretenses.
How is
So
that possible? There was no fraud happening during COVID.
well,
There
it
is
was
no
in a
fraud in the government ever. No
it was in a
Medicare
red
fraud.
state though, so it makes perfect sense, right? Because the
Was
Democrats are
that
obviously just trying to protect the Republicans who are cheating the system, obviously.
was that a bulge in your cheek then, Brian? Was that your tongue making imprints?
Yeah.
But check this out. They're doing something called Drift Appalachia Block Party. I've never heard of this before, but it's like it's a free to attend event. You could register and like participate with your own vehicles, but it's, melt your tires off and do all sorts of cool shit like that.
You gonna put your truck in it?
Hell no. Kidding me? That thing is not designed for the rear end to slip like that. Uh, Geez, when the rear end does slip, I do something to stop it right away. But yeah, no, dude, those big honking tires, I am not buying tires just to melt them off. You know what I mean? I don't know if I give a shit about this Spanberger thing, but I guess just like 6 years ago, Virginia got together and voted to draw congressional maps, which is under their constitution. They have to have a vote on it, right? And they came out like super fair, like almost exactly reflecting the population's vote. And Spanberger's like basically telling all these rural Republicans to go fucking die because
Yeah.
she's lumping them in to make sure that they're overwhelmed by votes. And it's like, you
Well, you
guys
ought to
actually
see
aren't.
how I went and voted for this already. I early voted it. And the way that the ballot is written is so hard to understand what they're trying to say.
That's what I
Basically,
read
if you
too.
want to allow the redistricting to happen, you got to vote yes. And if you want it to be remain with the congressionally mandated independent committee, you got to vote no. And we got ads by Obama and all the liberal Democrats are running ads. Vote yes to stop Trump from doing this. Trump's not trying to do anything.
Spambergers do it, yeah. And you go and tell
Mm.
someone this, and they look at you like you're an idiot. Like, no, no, Obama. It's like maybe Obama wants to redraw fucking lines in Virginia, you know? But yeah, it bothers me because I don't know what's gonna happen in Virginia, dude. They're driving out everybody. But yeah, they're lumping in like Western Virginia, like Appalachia, in with like freaking Richmond. So they're just completely washed out in the vote, and their vote doesn't matter. It's like, well, and I hate when they
That's
do
not
that.
gerrymandering, no.
What's that?
That's not gerrymandering.
Well, I still think it's hilarious. Massachusetts is threatening to do it, and I'm like, dude, how could you? You have 100% Democrat representation. You might accidentally get a Republican if you do this. Yeah, and
I
then
like the word accidentally.
yeah, well, if you go and redraw, you might accidentally get one put in place. Like, oh shit, we forgot about this one little town. You know?
Yep, exactly right.
Uh, okay, Brian, what's up? This Virginia swam bill.
I don't
You know anything about it?
Let me look at it here.
Okay. They want this business committee that decides which small businesses get
Oh
extra
yeah,
money.
these are the kind of committees that Youngkin got rid of, and now with the Dems back in charge, they're bringing back all these liberal, committees. Basically, white men are being targeted by the race sex bill.
Yes, they're saying
Basically, they're
if you're not
saying,
a white dude, we're going to give you money. It's like what?
yeah, 42% of procurement has to go to women and minority businesses. And they're saying it could face the 14th Amendment challenge in federal court.
What background noise does Guapo have running today?
I don't know.
That should guys put a bet on it. Oh, kids.
Hey,
No,
brother.
there's something.
No,
there's
it
something
sounds
humming.
like you're in the bathroom.
No, my refrigerator. Hold on. I left the door open. Oh, God, kids.
That's a good way to run up the power
What?
bill. He forgot to mute it too. He's just like yelling at his kid. I'll mute him so we don't have to hear him yell at his kids.
That wasn't the refrigerator.
No, I don't think so either. It's not a refrigerator compressor running. It sounded like he was in a fucking tunnel with
I
cars driving through
know.
it.
Tunnel of love.
We may need to invest in some fucking equipment for that guy.
If I could get this microphone to work, my old microphone, the Blue Yeti, I would send it to him. It's even got a fucking sound insulation behind it. So your voice doesn't bounce off the wall and come back into the microphone, you
Yeah,
know?
that's what's happening right now with him.
Well, the echo, yeah, but he's also got like this background humming like something's running. Last week it was the washing machine, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now what's up with this Norfolk School Board thing? I guess they're closing 3 schools or something.
Yeah, they were talking about this for a while, and this would have
Yeah.
been a good one for Ray to hop in on. But they're going to close 3 schools at the end of the year, and you know, it's interesting where these schools are all located. So
Yeah. I mean, if you don't need the schools, I guess, but I don't know. It almost seems like you could have fewer students per class and give each kid a better experience in school. You know what I mean? Because we all know Virginia right now has no problem spending money, unless apparently they're worried about. Let me guess, these are all freaking white middle class neighborhoods that are losing their schools.
seems like it.
That would make sense.
One is out by Oceana. That's going to be turned into an early childhood education center.
It's the dryer, isn't it?
No, my refrigerator's the buzzing.
No, it's whatever.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you said one's in Oceana. That's over by the Naval Air Base, right?
Yep. The schools that are closing in Norfolk.
Well, if it's next to a base, it's probably a friggin' rundown ghetto area too, isn't it? Because that's usually what you find next to a military base is a whole bunch of poor people on welfare that love to rob enlisted guys with a pocket full of cash.
And they live in a trailer park.
There you go.
You
All
guys talking about leftovers?
No, we're talking about the Norfolk public school system agreeing to unanimously redistrict.
325 document.
We're in local.
Yeah, we just started this, dude.
Well, okay. I mean, I usually went to documents, and there's the only thing that came out was 325.
327.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
The hell are you talking about?
Wrong document.
Well, you guys have been sending it somewhere else nowadays, and I keep
Just click open under file, and it'll be there.
Okay.
You don't even have to click the link that he sends to us every week. Which I do
Usually-
appreciate, Brian, but
Yeah.
I never even closed the Google Doc. I just, when I know the new one's up, I'll go ahead and just open it and start doing that one. Of course, I did wait till today to do any updating on this one. That was a ton of fun with a hangover.
That's not my fault.
Oh, yeah. Went down into town for church at like one of the congregants' homes. And I was like, well, while I'm here, the bar is open. And then I'm never in town when the bar is open. So I had a couple beers, no problem. They're like, I got the expensive ones because they got amber box. So I spent $4 a beer. Yeah, right? But I drank like $20 of those. And then right before I left, I got 3 separate one-finger drinks of whiskey. And about 2 hours after I got home, that whiskey hit me all at once. And, oh, man. And tell you what, that blackberry Crown Royal tastes like fucking cough syrup.
Well, you gotta mix it with something.
See, that's the problem, man. It's like you're not supposed to mix quality whiskeys. You
You're
know?
supposed to sip it.
Yeah, so yeah, I had it on ice.
Yeah, on the
ice.
rocks. On the rocks
Yeah.
and neat.
Exactly. And the lady looked at me funny. She's like, "Can I get 2 fingers of whiskey on the rocks?" And she's
You
like,
didn't know what you're
And I was
fucking
like-
talking about.
And I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "What?" She goes, "It's $5 a shot."
Yeah, that's why you fucking savor it.
yeah, exactly. I was like, "All right, can you put it in a little bit bigger cup of ice for me?"
Yeah.
Like I get to enjoy this whiskey.
Yeah, then you let the water like dilute it a little bit, so you know it's not that strong.
Yeah, so it doesn't kick you in the throat.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this is interesting. Laura Hughes. She's nobody, I guess. She's the husband of, or I'm sorry, the spouse of a teacher that died in a senior prank gone wrong.
I kind of heard about it, but I didn't follow through because I didn't care too much.
She got the county or whatever, the city, to drop the charges. And she goes into why, but it wasn't like anyone intentionally hurt this guy, but he did get run over in front of his own house. Yeah.
That's
He slipped on the ice and got run over when these kids tried to get away. I thought that was wild that you wouldn't want prosecution for the 18-year-olds that killed your husband. You know what I mean? And we brought this up before. Letitia James is trying to force these hospitals to transition children.
Mm-hmm.
And the hospital's like, no, we're not doing that anymore. And now she's actually like trying to bring like legal stuff up. And the DOJ stepped in and was like, you knock that shit off now. You cannot tell them they must perform these procedures.
Right.
You know who was kicking the LGBTQ back is the fucking insurance. Insurance like, we're not going to cover this because they just got sued in New York too. Did they just won a trial in New York? For
Yeah, but
hello?
isn't that where Letitia James is?
Yeah, she's in New York City. But
Yeah.
the trial was in New York State. So
Yeah,
she's
well,
she's fucking ignorant or she's just dumb.
yeah. Yeah.
Because
You know,
if you're the prosecutor, you hear about this. I mean, you know, you'd be like, okay, I'm not gonna pursue this no more. You know, because they're already precedent.
yeah. Well,
Something interesting about Letitia James too. Did you hear?
No, I
Forbes
haven't.
just come out. Forbes just come out with a billionaires list. Mar-a-Lago, guess what it was valued at?
no idea.
It was either 56 million or 560 million. I missed the end of it. Bit more
Yeah,
than
but
18 million.
But she didn't have anything to do with Mar-a-Lago though, because that wasn't in New York. She had dealings with the Trump hotel
No.
and the Trump building. I thought.
Mar-a-Lago. She
How
reckons he
that
overstayed
bothers me is how did a New York AG bring up something that's happening in Florida? That'd be like me holding a trial for you and something you did in Australia.
I think it's because he was in New York at the time.
Yeah, but it's not her jurisdiction to do anything with, and somehow she won anyway before it got shut down.
Yeah, even
I
the
think
counties.
I think it was because they were in New York. It all went through New York.
Yeah, but even from county to county, a prosecutor doesn't just for one. Like there were two cities next door, one prosecutor cannot jump with a different jurisdiction. You know.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And just because he was in New York doesn't mean that you can try him. Yeah, it just seems crazy to me. And exactly though, it's like this stuff is valued at so much. And she only said that Trump stuff was worth less. So that's when a whole bunch of people in New York were like, "Fuck, I need to get rid of my property now because it's going to collapse in value because of what just happened." You know. Well, because of these policies and the same thing, California just had 6 billionaires leave their state because of this wealth tax. And they brought $27 billion in tax revenue with them.
That was like 2% of the population.
I thought I shared it where Governor Hochul was asking for people to move back to New York.
I think that's... Yeah, it's in here somewhere. One thing that you shared, though, Brian, it was like... It brought up my social media page and tried to post something. And I was like, what the fuck? So I went and Googled it to find an article. But yeah, it's in here when we get down. Oh, there we go. It's way down at the bottom of this.
Okay.
Democrat, check this out. Running against Swalwell for governor in California is using some old Trump dirt, or some dirt that Trump dug up on Swalwell to try to get him removed from the race.
About his house?
I think that's exactly what it is, actually.
Yeah. Because he had no freaking ownership of any house or anything over there. Residency over there.
I think it had something to do with him or saying that something was worth more than it was, but I'm not sure.
No, because I remember he got in trouble there. He had no.
Oh, bunch of them did.
Well, he didn't have no. How can you be a congressman if you don't live over there? He lived in Maryland. That's what happened. Yeah. Residency, primary residency. That's what it is.
Yeah, you can't represent, can you, unless you live in the state?
Yeah, well, it depends on the state, too. Like, I'm surprised California has a rule saying you have to be there most of the year, because that's a lot of traveling back and forth across the entire country.
But there should be an exception for Congress, you know.
Looks like Brian's falling asleep already.
I'm not falling asleep.
Isn't it interesting what's happening in California? The two guys who are leading the race at the moment are both Republican. Steve Hilton and that sheriff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right now, the Democrats are looking at a possible upset completely, and not just the guy that they necessarily want, but they might get a Republican to take over. That'd be the first one since Arnold, right?
Yeah, they always come to this point, dude, because they had the jungle primary, they call it. The two,
whoever... They thought that was going to keep the Dems in power forever.
But it's about to fucking bite them in the ass, you know.
Jungle primary? What is that?
The top two people, whether they're Republican or Democrat, are on the general election.
Mm-hmm. And the Republican are receiving the most votes, so then they want to go to the primary. I mean, to the race, the two Republicans.
Wow, so there wouldn't even be a Democrat representative.
Nope. And they fucking set it up that way because they knew they're going to be winning.
how many states right now are involved in this thing that they say that if
The jungle primary, they're the only one that came out with that shit.
no, for federal president race, there's a bunch of states together that
Oh.
say that if the majority vote is whatever, and if our votes swinging the vote to the majority, the popular vote, they'll
So,
do it.
the
And
electoral
all I
college.
think was, Trump got the popular vote. And
I know
none of
the-
you motherfuckers changed your minds.
Yeah, they're just idiots. They just say things to say things, see what's sticking the wall, dude.
Well, that's because they know your average Democrat voter doesn't pay enough attention to even know what the fuck the rules are.
No.
So when they do this stuff, no one realizes what's going on. Like, they didn't even know what happened. let alone
And
to get the
once,
rules.
they get the fucking what they wanted, and it doesn't go the way. Like, oh no, we need to go back to fucking electoral college. This is unfair, you know. We're the minority. We need this. Like, you know how they're gonna do this shit.
That's what they
The
do
most
every time. They
interesting thing
pass a
was-
law. They pass a law, bite them in the ass. They want it undone.
Yeah, like this fucking ODU shooter dude. I'm sure that when they pass the law, they're like, oh, we're not gonna check people's backgrounds. They're gonna go to college.
Well, the most interesting thing, you look at that last presidential election in 2024. You look at the map of California, how it voted. The majority of California, it was red.
Yeah, it's turning
I know.
red.
I know, and that's the problem is the way they have it freaking gerrymandered out. You might have a popular Republican vote, but they'll still elect a Democrat.
Yeah.
Because like
It's pretty
Sacramento and San Francisco eat up all of the surrounding area where the Republicans are voting from.
Well, I think the Palisades are going to go against bloody the Democratic Party, what Newsom hasn't done.
Yeah, and you know what? Fuck those rich assholes. Fuck them all. They don't give a shit when any of this shit happens to the rest of the fucking country until it comes to their goddamn door. Look what happened in North Carolina. They were cheering when these friggin' Trump supporters, MAGA households, were just wiped to the ground. They said, good, fuck you, you deserve it. When BLM riots were happening, they were like, good, yeah, keep going. And then they get into their communities like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? We need police here.
Well, North Carolina, wasn't there stories when if anyone had a Trump sign out front of their house?
They just
people
walked
would
away.
bypass it?
They just skipped it. And people were like, well, they were afraid of being attacked. Why? Why did you think that you were going to... Because they had a MAGA sign? Trust me, when you
What
show
about
up
East
food and
Palestine?
water, they're not going to fucking attack you.
Right.
What about East Palestine? People forget about that. Biden totally bypassed it. The Buttigieg didn't go, and it was Trump who went in and brought all that sort of like assistance there
Yeah.
with that train crash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in East Palestine, the ridiculous chemical spill that, what was it, like a year later, a story came out, the crazy weird shit was happening to the water in East Palestine, which is where was that?
And we were covering
where-
that story from the get-go.
And I was like, how come nobody connected this to the train dumping all the toxic chemicals into the ground? You know? So Jasmine Crockett's security guard got gunned down by police in a standoff. You see this shit?
I missed this, huh?
The hell am I listening to?
I'm sorry, my phone.
Do you want to call the prayer over there?
No, that's the fucking the Mandalorian ringtone.
Speaking of Brian, you might have to deal with issues with that. Isn't there a town in Michigan? Was it not Flint?
And Flint had the water problems, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a town now that's doing call to prayer over the public PA system, the PA system.
Yeah,
and they're telling
I
the
know.
Christians to
Dearborn.
leave. Dearborn, yeah. And I was like, I personally still can't find separation of church and state in the Constitution. I can find where it says we will not be a theocracy.
It's
people
not
keep
in
trying
the
to tell me-
Constitution. That's
I know
why you
it-
can't find it.
I know that. Trust me, that's why I can't find it. But people keep telling me it is. That's why I said you should read it yourself. But I'm like, and if it is in there, then how the fuck are they getting away with a call to prayer and everyone has to shut up and sit down when the Muslims are praying 5 times a day?
Well, Dearborn is like, it's all run by Muslims now. So it'll
That's
probably
okay,
be the
but
first. It'll be the first city in the United States that probably has Sharia law.
And you could even pass some of those laws legally, but you're not. By setting this up, you're essentially saying that Dearborn is a Muslim city.
Yes.
is Islamic, which you're not allowed to do at all. And this is, dear God, have you seen these people saying that it's easier to fucking buy a gun than it would be to vote under the SAVE Act? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, I need to show ID and get a background check to buy a gun.
Mm-hmm.
They just, like I said, they just say shit to say shit, dude.
Because stupid people that don't pay attention will believe it.
And they vote.
But my sister said something like this. I was like, when was the last time you bought a gun?
Never.
She's like, I don't own a gun. And I was like, so how do you know
Exactly.
how easy it is to buy one? I was like, especially, and I was like, you're still in Massachusetts. I dare you to walk into any place that sells guns and try to buy one.
And you need an ID.
Not just you need an ID. In Massachusetts, there's an ID, a 5-day waiting period after a background check that might take up to 2 weeks to go through. And then you also need the fucking chief of police to to sign off on you buying a gun.
And that's for a shotgun.
See, that's for a long gun, like you're gonna go deer hunting. You have to explain why you should be allowed to own a gun. And I found out the hard way that it's my fucking right is not a good enough argument to the chief of police.
Nope.
And I was like, you have no idea what you're talking about. And I was like, and she's like, well, I'd be dropped off the voter rolls. I changed my name. And I was like, no, you don't get dropped off the voter rolls. It's for people registering have to show identification to register. And let's be real. Do any of you three know anyone without identification?
No.
Even the homeless guy that you give a dollar to and give a cup of coffee to once in a while, or buy a can of beer because you just feel like being a nice guy. He's got ID.
Yep.
You know how we know he got ID? Because he buy the minors alcohol.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
That's a good point, too. They're always the ones buying these kids booze because the kids buy him booze, too, right?
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
I'll buy you fly. Okay.
I did the same shit when I was 18. We'd find the homeless guy at the fucking gas station. We'd
Yeah,
give him a wad of cash to get us some beer, and we'd give him a 12-pack or something, you know?
Yeah.
But mate, right throughout the whole world, you need ID to vote. Every country that I know of, you need ID to vote.
I did not need to show ID to vote in Massachusetts.
I have to show
No.
ID in Virginia.
I had to.
No, you can just do your billing too, like electrical bill. You can use it in Virginia.
That doesn't
What do
mean
you
you're
show?
a fucking citizen, though.
I know that's so fucked up.
All I had to do was tell them my name and my address. So in theory, I could have walked out, come back 2 hours later as my neighbor across the street, done it again for my neighbor on either side. Like that small town, I knew everyone on the street. I could have voted for all of the men on my street by simply
Yeah,
saying,
well-
my name is XX. I live at 48 Mayflower Road in Pembroke.
Yeah, I get that, but where we are, mate, like this, the point I'm trying to make is like where we are in Australia, if we don't vote, we get fines. We don't pay those fines and we lose our license.
I think that's a
driver's license.
stupid. I think that's a stupid idea.
It's not democracy, is it?
It's everyone says democracy.
Is that? I think that's a
swear to
full.
God, someone needs to look this fucking word up, okay? I'm not picking on you, Ron. It's just everyone says democracy.
No, I'm talking about
Democracy
Australia,
is
mate. It's not
communism. It
democracy.
works
It's
in
not democratic.
communism and the house. You know what I mean?
Does he know what a democracy is?
Like small towns have democracy when you actually get together and everyone casts a vote, and that's what matters. Instead of you elect a mayor to make decisions, or you know what I mean?
Mhm.
We have an electoral college. That's flies in the face of democracy, doesn't it?
No, well, what I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make is, mate, we're told we have to. It's compulsory.
It's stupid.
That's
a
like
stupid
a-
thing to do.
That's like a poll tax, isn't it? No,
Yeah,
No,
like,
it's the
mate, yeah.
opposite. It's the
well,
opposite.
well,
if you don't do it, you're gonna get taxed.
Yeah,
You
poll
get
tax is
fined.
saying you have to pay to get to vote.
Yeah, but if you don't vote, then you get
Yeah.
penalized.
Get
But
fined.
this is dumb because now you're just ensuring that people have no idea what's going on at all.
Oh.
We're happy to live.
Hey,
in
Rob,
after
Rob.
counting votes.
Ron, don't say that loud. Don't give the Democrats an idea now.
Well, yeah, but you're just ensuring that these
Good
people
point.
who are happily in oblivion, not involved in any of this shit, has to cast a vote now.
Yeah, but there's the fucking Democrats probably use that same idea. Let them watch it. We're gonna force democracy. Democracy, like you know how they're gonna go.
Yeah, democracy delivered at the barrel of a gun.
Yeah.
Look how desperate they are in England. They wanted to get 16-year-olds to vote.
Oh, they're thinking about that shit here too.
It's-
And every time someone brings that up, Guapo, I always say, how come you have to be 25 to buy a handgun?
You got to be 21 to
21.
buy tobacco.
21. I'm sorry. That's what.
Oh,
I meant.
tobacco and alcohol down.
You can't even
Yeah.
buy cigarettes anymore at 18.
I can accept that because that's not a constitutional right. But if you're going to say you could, if you're mature enough to and wise enough to vote at 16, then you were mature enough and wise enough to own a fucking handgun. You can't even buy a rifle or a shotgun until you're 18 in this country.
You know what they were talking about this with the fucking protests of all the high schoolers and shit.
That's because these high school kids are stupid. They've never seen the real world before. They have no idea that money doesn't just fall out of the fucking sky. They genuinely think that all this shit's free that their parents are giving them. Like, I've explained to my daughter more than once. She's 6. She's starting to understand that you don't just get all these toys and all these treats and trips and everything. It's like, we had to work to get this, to be able to do this. And she's finally starting to understand, well, because West Virginia is the poorest state in the union.
Mm.
When she throws away food, I get very upset with her because she'll eat half her food,
Oh, yeah,
throw
I hate
it
that
away or
shit.
give it to the dogs, and then want something else.
Mhm.
I'm like, you realize that half the kids you go to school with don't get to eat dinner. And she's like, what do you mean they don't get to eat dinner? I was like, they can't afford it. I was like, why do you think the school sends most of these kids home with fucking food every day? It's to make sure the kids are eating.
Yeah, we need to do so like a local, like a home. What's the word looking for? Farming, like farming.
Homeschooling?
No, farming. You go food, you know, out the backyard.
Oh, we're homesteading.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're homesteading. We're growing. I bought that mini excavator mostly for that, but for other purposes.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're growing most of our food.
No, but I said over there, they
Doing the
like
hunting
at least had chickens, you know, like
Yeah, oh yeah.
raise some
Building-
corn.
Yep, we're building a big giant coop this summer, which is the big reason why I need the excavator is to level some land. But we're looking at having like 40 chickens,
Mhm.
and we're going to use 20 of them for eggs, and 20 of them are going to be food. Like, kill the chicken, cook it up, and eat it.
Yeah.
And we're canning, too.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So yeah, so
You know what?
Should everything fall to shit and get too expensive because what's going on in Iran with oil, we're still going to have food.
Yeah, some lady I was talking about like things you can do for cheap is like all the little vegetable clips, you know, when you cut vegetables, the remaining ones that you're not gonna eat, put in a frozen bag, freeze it, and you can make vegetable broth out of it.
Yeah.
I throw it into a food processor, then I toss it in my composter.
Okay, good for you. But I said you could get vegetable broth out of it.
Yeah, no, there's all sorts of stuff you can do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
how much
oh,
stuff
the
is
chicken.
thrown away that would be useful?
Oh, the chicken, like you get a rotisserie chicken from Walmart, use it for like a broth later on the bones. Bone broth.
Yeah, I'm gonna build a big giant compost heap this year. Right now, I just have the black barrels you can get online.
Mm-hmm.
That does like 20 gallons of dirt at a time. Which was good enough for my marijuana farming.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna need a lot more than that now. So I'm gonna go with a big giant heap and use the excavator to turn it over and go talk to my neighbor with horses and get me some horse shit to toss in the composter too.
Chicken shit's the way to go.
What's that?
Chicken shit's the best.
Yeah,
Good.
be careful. It's easy to get too much chicken crap because it piles up. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you don't move either have enough room in their run or don't move it around, the grass will die where the chickens are pooping.
Because it's acidic, a little bit acidic, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But it does compost. Horse shit is great, and it comes in massive quantities. You know what I mean?
It's already greenier than the chicken shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're both eating. Well, the chickens eat mostly seeds versus the horses eating grass and hay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but then I get super healthy soil that I can use to grow my vegetables. Which, I'm gonna have to plant my stuff. Then I'm gonna disappear for 2 weeks in the Caribbean, and I'm not gonna be there to maintain it. Hope.
Well, you got your
Express is we're
mother-in-law to take care of it.
I don't trust her to wipe her own ass properly.
She figured out how to start a fire during the winter.
Did she? Did she?
Well, where's her latest electric bill?
I haven't asked her, but I told her I'm not paying it because I told her I would come over and light these. I got her a fucking Ron. You know the blue propane torches that you can get at like the hardware store.
Yeah.
I got her one of those because she was having trouble lighting fires. And I was like, okay,
if
you can
you
understand
can't light a
cardboard and
fire with
paper.
that, you're fucked.
Yeah, I was like, you paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars more than you needed to. And I was like, I gave her like 2 cords of wood.
No.
It keeps going out. I was like, open the damper. Let some oxygen into that thing. It's going, you're smothering it. Criminy. All right. Where were we anyway? Oh, Crockett. Yeah, her security guard was, impersonating a police officer.
Yeah.
Got into a shootout with the cops, and Crockett's defending her security guard who got killed.
You know why?
It's like at some point, especially if the guy's dead, throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know about any of that.
You know why she's defending him?
Well, you should be allowed to pretend you're a cop and abuse people.
No. I think he was clapping those cheeks.
He's still dead. She could have come all across
But
and thrown
she's
him under the bus.
She gonna miss those getting clapped. Just to get those cheek clapped by him.
I'm sure she could get laid anytime she wants. Let's be real.
But I probably
she's not a hideous.
Oh no, dude! I'd give it to her, dude. She had an attitude. I'll go out with her.
Yeah. Not my type personally, but she's not unattractive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't stick around for breakfast, would you?
What's that?
You wouldn't stick around for breakfast.
No, Guapo, as soon as he's done, like, I got to get up early for work.
I'll let the fridge door open.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, thanks for the shout out to you, brother. I like that too. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And this one person, this dude, no, it's a woman. No, it's a dude, I'm sorry. Running for Congress. I don't know if it's state or federal from Texas. Democrat. State. Apparently the guy's a musician, which I'm all about his freedom of speech to say and do this stuff. But you have to realize that people will notice it, and it's come out again because in these music videos.
Well, the internet is forever. You know, you post shit on Facebook, MySpace, wherever. It will come back to haunt you down the road.
Especially if you're publicly jerking off and exposing yourself to women in your videos.
Yeah,
which this guy did.
Time.
Which, that will come back up, trust me, when it comes time for who's got the moral character to lead our people, you know? Which, I don't know if it's in here or not. Maybe not. Maybe it's... okay. Fuck, I forgot. Doesn't matter anyway. But yeah, now Hochul New York has the same issue that California's having with the wealthy people leaving. Like, it's just not worth it. Now Hochul is asking all of the wealthy people who fled New York, like go to Florida or like West Virginia or a whole bunch of states that have no income tax. It's like, please come back. We need the money. And they're like, no, that's why we left. You're taking.
Yeah. You're a fucking idiot.
I was worth $2 million. Now I'm worth $800,000. Why would I go back there and do it again?
Mm-hmm.
They talk about like a 50% property tax in New York City for anything over $775,000 or $750,000 homes, which sounds like a ton of money, but it's not. It's not anymore. Especially if you're within like 20 minutes. 40 minutes of the actual downtown city, your house is worth over $1 million. I don't know if people realize that. Shit, my place, I was a 30-minute drive to Boston, which is nothing like New York City. My place was almost worth that much.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And New York is obviously it was and may still be the economic hub of the planet.
I don't believe that anymore.
It won't be for long. When are they going to be done with the stock exchange in Texas?
No idea.
It's just going to get worse in New York, guys. Like, you guys know it yourselves. Like, once summer that comes around, you're going to have more mates and it needs to be done. The only way to get maintenance done is by raising taxes, using tax money.
Fucking New York City is gonna look like don't buy.
The problem is they could have handled the maintenance because they have been. The issue is they want to put in all these other programs. They want to pay you to jerk off and watch porn and then get stoned and go back to sleep. It's like instead of going to work. So we're just gonna tax that guy who works his ass off to pay for you to freaking watch porn and jerk off.
Oh, I don't. It's not in here. I know it's not. But I heard on the Clay and Buck show this week that a report just came out that New York City is spending $80,000 per homeless person.
Damn.
Dear God.
So why is there any incentive to work in New York City when you can get up to $80,000 in benefits?
Because $80,000 a year in New York City is not enough to live on, and you know it.
Mm-hmm.
I
might be able to get
figure out
yourself a
way to live
shitty.
on- if I'm living in Central Park, I can live on $80,000 a year in New York City.
Hey, where you live? On Central Park?
Yeah, then freeze to death in the winter.
Yeah.
You might be able to get like a 2-bedroom apartment with a buddy. You know what I
No.
mean?
Not
Well, I'm
even
just
a
saying-
studio.
Okay. I'm just saying, 2 guys making 80 grand, getting 80 grand a
But
year.
what's
just
the
for being-
incentive for the working man that is not getting the free benefit of $80,000 a week and,
a year?
you know what I mean?
You know, that doesn't work as a communist. You work, you pay for everybody else's shit.
You know that's more than 3 times as much money as the average household in West Virginia brings in a year.
I don't make $80,000 a year between my disability and my retirement money.
So
Yeah.
I think I made 80,000 last year, but the fucking city, the government took like 20.
Oh, gross
God.
and net is way different. And then how much did your ex-wife take?
At the house, 10, 11, 12, 12.
She took it all.
Yeah, and I only made like 40. I saw my bill at the end like 40,000. God damn, I'm fucking poor.
How did this happen?
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to work no more. How does that make it? Like last year I made 60, but then I realized, hold on, let me look up. Oh, fuck.
Yep. And that's when you're like, shit, shit, you got a Latin accent. You got the dark skin. You might be able to get all these free benefits, dude. Just freaking claim poverty.
Shit, I wish. No, like I went to like the other year. They give you a discount, easy pass for the tunnels and stuff. And last year it was like, oh, you had because I got 2 jobs, so I only showed about 1 job. You know, like okay, it had to be less than $65,000 a year. I showed about a little thing, dude. It's like a week before the end of the year. And they did the calculation, like, no, you make like $68,000 a year. Like, fuck! It's like, fuck.
Damn. That would help so much.
Yeah. Think at least I get a discount somewhere, you know?
Yeah, but no, take advantage. Tell them that you're here illegally and you want a free iPhone.
Yeah, no shit. I got an Obama phone.
Yeah, I need an Obama phone. Say it in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
If you move to New York, you can get like the free debit card with $80,000 on it.
They just give you a debit card with $80K on it?
I know.
Yeah. Oh, no, they were getting like...
They
yeah.
were doing.
They were doing
quite that
fucking...
much, but-
No, there was some lady had like $3,000 on fucking foods on the debit card. Dude, we need to go back to paper fucking EBT,
Actual
man.
food stamps, not EBT.
Yeah.
I put some shame in it, right?
Yeah.
And I know it sounds terrible. Don't shame people. No.
And
If you feel bad about what you're doing, maybe you should stop doing it, right?
And all this fucking coupons gonna have fucking Democrats' faces on it, you know? Joe Biden, fucking Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, all of them.
Yeah, I
Fucking,
heard there's a new gold coin coming out, right?
whose face
Trump
on
coin?
it?
Donald Trump.
The Trump
Yeah,
coin.
yeah. They already got, I got a silver one already, so.
That's actually made of gold, but it's actual currency too, isn't it? But the gold is worth like $5,000 more than the coin's face value.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool to get a Trump coin, but I'm not spending that kind of money on gold.
No.
No. You could buy like a little bills, like a layers of gold for like $10, $20. Like the press is so fine, it's like a fucking bill.
Like gold foil that you
Yeah.
decorate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that blows my mind. Then people eat it on their food. I'm like, Like Goldschlager. Like Goldschlager.
I had one good night of Goldschlager where I threw it up everywhere. Guess what? I
Gold-
can't drink anymore.
Gold flakes everywhere.
Yeah. All over my apartment in Rochester, New York, everywhere.
It's
you're
fucking
begging-
close.
I can't even stand the smell of it anymore.
You're begging for a stomach ulcer by swallowing gold flakes with booze, you know? Here we go. Did you see? Okay. Obviously not, because you don't follow Stephen A. Smith. But did you see
I've
this?
shared this article.
Yeah, well, I'm saying you probably didn't see the actual thing, but tell me about it then. I read it and I was like, oh, because Smith seems to be.
He's moving more and more right.
Ah, dude, he's a fucking.
He's a Democrat, but he actually makes sense. And he's like, let's look at reality for a second, you know?
He's a pussy, dude. Every time he get confronted by, he says something about Crocker, and everybody getting up on him. He's like, "Oh, my apologies," you know. You're a fucking pussy. Get a backbone, dude.
Brian, tell us what just happened on his podcast.
Okay, well.
Yeah, he was confronted by a Biden supporter that didn't believe that Biden ushered in the most open border policy in the history of the United States.
Yeah, the guy was like, I don't know, I don't see when that happened. All I could see was them trying to fix the border crisis, and Smith
They never
went
tried to fix
nuts.
it. They literally
They ran on it.
Yeah.
It was a campaign promise for the next election. But yeah, Smith went nuts. He's like, "You're out of your mind." He's like, he said that we're undoing all of the border security Trump put into place. He actually said, "Surge the border." You know.
Yeah.
He's like, and if you missed all of this, then you're not paying enough attention. And again, you probably shouldn't vote if you don't know what's going on.
There was fucking videos of it everywhere, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We are obviously biased. We have our opinions, but we know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, because we see what the fuck is going on. Like, okay,
And
that's how
we following the politics and paying enough attention that we kind of have a clue what the fuck's going on. So
like
I make investments off of what we do on this show.
Yeah.
And you got rich off of
emotions.
He made most of my money by following what's going on in the world and going, shit, I should buy this now. Like Twitter, like that Twitter thing, dude. Made so much money so fast. And, it's like, and we've said this how many times, like, if we just took our own advice, we would all be fucking stinking rich. And then I started doing some small investments, and I made a couple bucks, and I put aside and I used that money, and then all of a sudden I was like, shit, I'm going to put like $5,000 in Twitter. And what, it sold for 150% of its worth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that gave me $7,500. And then I turned around and invested that in something else, graphene, I think, and I sold that at one point. And then as soon as Trump started talking about tariffs, I sold everything I had overseas and bought all American-made stuff. And that did well for a long time. Anyway. This is fascinating. Rhode Island police or Rhode Island Democrats are suggesting that they should ban all ICE members from ever being a police officer in Rhode Island.
Trump era ICE members.
Yes. I
disagree.
Just because you don't like what they're doing doesn't mean they're not good law enforcement officers.
Yeah.
Like,
That's right.
this is the thing a lot of people don't realize. This is the fucking law. And just saying, well, just don't enforce it. Then why the fuck do we have the law?
You look at Obama. How could he get rid of 3 million people, whatever it was, the number he got rid of? They did
He
the
turned
same
them around at the
tactics
border.
back then. Yeah, it wasn't only that. There's still some in here, mate. But
I
he
know,
still
and
used the same tactics. It's just that CNN,
Different guys doing
MSNBC,
it.
and all them weren't reporting on it.
Yep. Oh, that's the thing, though, is he called himself the deporter in chief and how he was gonna, clean it all up and everything. And you bring this up to people, like, I never heard that. I'm like, then you play him the video of him calling himself that. And they're like, well, it must have been different. They're like, no, here's the problem. You have no idea. You just hate Trump.
Yeah.
Like, the dude could cure cancer, and you'd be upset that he put oncologists out of work.
Yep.
Like Obama, they were trying to blame Trump for the cages he made for him. Just
Oh, yeah.
blame
They did
Trump
that.
then.
They did that debate. Biden brought it up, and Trump was like, "Who built the cages, Joe? Who built them? You did."
But
That's
nobody wants to believe that.
Yeah. Did Alligator Alcatraz ever get closed down?
Yes.
It did. Okay. I don't see the issue, honestly. But like, oh, it's uncomfortable. It's hot. It's fucking Florida. It's always uncomfortable and hot. You may as well go to Australia and complain it's fucking hot too, right?
That's it, right? Free food and board, eh? You can't beat that, even if it's in Florida.
Which is funny though, because every time I look at Australia on a map, I'm like, this part down here should get pretty fucking cold. But I've never heard anyone complain about cold in Australia.
Well, it depends on how close you get to the equator. How close you
Australia's
get to
not exactly near the equator though,
I know,
especially the southern parts of it.
well, yeah.
Oh, we're near it. We're near the equator.
Part
Yeah.
of it, yeah, it's a huge
Yeah.
fucking country. Just
Yeah,
like
you
the
have
difference
to-
between Florida and Maine, right?
Yeah, but you have to look at the map. I mean, on the glove. Don't look at the.
I know. The southernmost part should get cold.
Mm-hmm.
But what? The Kiwis are down the southern part.
Yeah, they got penguins over there too in the south.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
penguins.
but they're warm weather penguins, aren't they?
No, we got penguins in Tasmania and that.
Oh, Tasmania.
And those
Yeah,
weird
Victoria.
Tasmanian devils.
I know. I tell my kids like,
Tell your kids what?
I tell my kids about Tasmanian Tass, the Tasmanian's devil.
We were spinning in
Yeah,
circles.
yeah. That's one of my favorite characters.
You could find all that shit still.
We like
What
kids, mate.
stinks
They
is
eat
most
bones
of-
and everything.
Most of the cool cartoons that I watched as a kid, they keep moving. Like Nickelodeon got gobbled up by another company that got gobbled up by another company, and it's like, fuck. I just want to show my kid Rugrats, you know?
Dude, I remember DuckTale, and that's how you learn a lot of. I learned about the solar eclipse. I learned about inflation because of that. I already knew the word inflation. Like, oh, okay, and it always stuck with me when somebody say inflation. Like, oh, you mean like multiplying money, you know? And like, what? So they used to they show good things on the shows, dude.
And a Barbera, boys. And a Barbera.
Anna
I
Barbera.
think,
All
I
about
think
the
Zimbabwe.
Flintstones.
Yep.
I think Zimbabwe was the best example you could bring up these days about inflation, though.
Mm.
You still
That
got it.
hyperinflation. I don't know where it is, dude. I might have left it in Hampton. I might have left
A
it in
thousand
Fort
trillion.
No,
Meade.
the
$100 trillion bill.
Dude, you know, never mind.
1,000 trillions would be a quadrillion.
You can still buy it. You
today.
can. You could probably still find one of those bills in one of the coin stores to sell it, like, you know, for.
You could buy them online these days, but I bought mine for $5 American. And now that it's not actual currency, it's been about. You're gonna spend like $50 to get one now, and I was like, that's not. It was
It's not the
cool
same.
I got one for $5. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you could probably sell it for 45 now.
Yeah, it's like I could take this $100 trillion bill and go buy a coffee, you know, and not a good coffee either. We're talking McDonald's coffee, okay?
So what do you think about ICE banning Republican Escobar staffer for allegedly posing as an attorney to visit detainees? They were basically going in there and giving them Obama
smuggled a phone in.
phones. They were smuggling phones in.
Smuggled.
Arrest
phone,
him.
man.
Arrest him.
Absolutely. And the best part is you can go ahead and say, I didn't. There's fucking security footage, and they showed the log with this person signed in over and over again as
Hold
legal
up.
representation.
So, he was giving a phone to Maduro?
I doubt it was Maduro.
Who they was smuggling a phone to?
All the other detainees that
Just-
were in there.
Yeah, the rapists and killers that got picked up.
Dude, this is the type of people you make a simp out of. Send it to fucking Leavenworth to give it to Cuba.
Well, you can't just send anyone to Leavenworth.
I mean, I know Leavenworth, but I can't to Cuba. One time it was terrorism.
They're not
Fuck.
going to Gitano either.
You need to scare the fuck out of these people. They got no fear. They're just gonna keep doing it, you know?
It's a Democrat thing.
Yeah, this is a federal
Yeah.
issue, though, so they could make an example and put
Yeah,
this in
terrorism.
for.
Yeah,
I
you
wouldn't say
supply.
terrorism, but like falsifying this stuff, giving unlicensed
I
legal
would
counsel.
definitely think you're gonna be charged with multiple charges of pretending to be an attorney and smuggling cell phones into a
The
federally
secure
protected
thing.
area.
Yeah. I mean, what if they use it for a bomb? Then it's terrorism. You don't know that.
Hey, for all you know, they're using the phone to set off a bomb.
Yeah. So terrorism. Fuck it. That's what I stick with. That's the hill I'm gonna die on.
How come no one has brought up that all these terror attacks that popped up nationwide from Irani people? How come no one brought up the illegal immigration that let them in the fucking country in the first place?
The Sierra Leone, the one of the ODU Sierra Leone.
Yeah, Texas. There was the shooting at ODU, right? That was an Islamic Iranian guy.
There's one that goes under the
Talked
radar.
about it on the last show.
We do, but no one else is connecting it to the people being allowed across the border unchecked.
They don't want to do that because
How
they
come no one wants to bring up these sleeper cells? Gone
Well,
in the country by simply walking across the border.
Well,
Or
the one
flying
that-
in and just not leaving.
The one at ODU that he was National Guard, so.
Yeah, and they
Doesn't
let this
matter.
guy out of prison.
Oh, that was Joe Biden.
Convicted of ISIS ties, like
Terrorist.
terrorism. Then they
And
put
then
him in
they
the
let
National
him
Guard.
back into the. They let him back into the
ODU.
college system by like a waiver.
Yeah, you know who posts that fucking stuff like that? Democrats.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's like the guy is a convicted terrorist, and now you're gonna let him join the National Guard. You're gonna train him how to use a rifle and
No.
give him a rifle.
That was before. He was already National Guard.
Yeah.
He was National Guard before everything.
They take that away from you once you get convicted of terrorism. They don't let you stay in.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
No, but he got enrolled in college because.
Because he had a waiver from the federal government to be in college.
was that person a legal citizen?
Yeah.
Okay. Citizenship does matter.
Yeah, but. Yeah.
But you get busted for terrorism, you should lose your citizenship or be in prison forever.
That's not a
Well,
guarantee.
we'll have to
That's
be
not a
careful.
thing.
What do you consider terrorists? You know, like what if the
Helping ISIS blow up a building.
what if the J6 guy was a citizenship? You know, they're like, oh, he's a terrorist, so we're gonna take his citizenship and send it back where he came from. Because they know you use it, the Democrats are gonna use it too.
They put people in jail without trial for 3 years.
And that's
because
what
of
I said.
J6.
Yeah, that's what I
And
No,
said.
Democrats are
solitary
already doing it.
confinement.
Yeah.
They're already doing it, dude. That's
Okay.
what gets me too. Is you bring up how the Republicans should nuke the filibuster, and then like, the Democrats will just abuse it. It's like they're gonna nuke it anyway as soon as they're in office again. They do it every time.
That's true.
This
what's
is
the-
But the other thing that they do fucking come out with these rules, and they always back the Democrats in the ass too. So
So Senator
what's-
Fenderman just voted to advance former Senator Mark Wayne Mullen as Trump's homeland
he got confirmed.
pick.
No,
He
pass
was the only
stage.
Democrat that did, and even there were Republicans that voted against him in committee.
Who was that?
Yeah,
I
Mullen.
don't think
Paul
he's
had
a-
a big suit about it.
I don't think he is a former senator. I think he's
He's a
one
senator.
of the Oklahoma representatives right now.
Yeah,
He is.
So he hasn't resigned.
I think he don't
Not
have to.
until he gets the
Yeah.
seat officially.
All right, whatever.
Not yet.
You know what I mean.
He's still a senator.
Yeah.
No, Rand Paul had that big sook about it. Did you see that?
No,
He
I
is-
like
He
Rand
does not
Paul,
have
but
a ton of personality.
Just
I don't give a shit.
the straight cut.
Oh,
You think
mate.
he'll
I
be
don't
better
think-
than Chrissy Nome?
Yeah,
Christy Nome was more worried about taking glamour pics than doing her damn
the
job.
Barbie, Ice Barbie.
To be fair to Christy Nome, like Trump did say to her, "You got a job to do, go and do it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was under the pump. She had to get people out.
No, I mean how she made it a point of doing like press things. Like she rode a horse up a mountain with a Stetson hat. You know, it's like
What was it? $8 million advertisement or something, wasn't it?
yeah, and it's like actually yeah, it wasn't a ton of money for a nationwide commercial, honestly. But still, it's like
No,
Worry
it
more
was
about doing your
worldwide.
job.
It wasn't nationwide.
I didn't see these commercials, but I don't have I don't have any kind of cable or anything. You know what I mean? I don't get a
Yeah,
whole
no,
lot of
it went out.
commercials. Where are people seeing commercials these days anyway?
On
Like,
the
airports.
internet.
do people still have like cable? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I
In
do.
between podcasts.
Yeah, I guess if you're not paying subscription fees, you're gonna watch commercials on your podcast and videos and
Subways.
stuff. But like
Subway stations.
Netflix, Hulu, Peacock. I get
Netflix is the only one I don't have commercials on still, but they're coming.
yeah, Hulu. I think I had to pay an extra $3 a month to get ad free.
Not worth it.
Eh,
Amazon just changed it. Like, if you want to be ad free, and ad free is like an extra $10 a month. You know.
yeah. I will say though, for the most part, most of these companies are doing their commercials between episodes when you're like watching like an entire season. It
Okay.
doesn't stop mid-episode for the most part.
Saves you money, lads, and save your money and take a piss break when you need one during the ads.
Well, it's funny because I was talking to my 6-year-old about this with the wife there, and I was like, when I was a boy, the show would just stop and commercials would come on for like 3 to 5 minutes, and she's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." And then someone would go to run to the bathroom, or they'd go to do something in the kitchen, and you'd hear someone else yell, "It's on!"
In your back.
And she'd come running back in to watch the show, to watch Urkel on Friday night, you know?
It's universal, mate, that one. That's a universal thing.
Yeah. And she's like, this, she didn't believe me either. She's like, no. I was like, yes. I was like, we used
And we had
to
to walk.
if the phone rang, we had to pick it up off the wall and then find out who was calling and then who they
Hell,
wanted to talk to.
I'm so old. I had a touch dial. I had to dial my phone number.
I had a rotary phone.
And it's nothing as satisfying as when you're pissed off with someone, you smash the receiver down, was it?
That big heavy receiver the phone right down the receiver and
Smash it down.
slam it down and you'd hear it ring when it hit the bells inside. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna very angrily hit end call on my cell phone. You know?
And we had to walk across shag pile carpets to change the channels.
Oh yeah. The youngest always did that one.
Yeah.
Or even more fun was all right, you move the rabbit ear that way a little bit.
Yeah.
Move the other one this way a little bit. All right, we got picture. They let go. It's like, sorry, you gotta sit there and hold it.
Well, you adjust that little frequency switch a little
Foil.
bit just to get it tuned. Yeah, tune it in.
So, what do you
properly.
think about the immigration judge that ordered the New York City Council employees deportation?
The guy's here illegally, and they're all upset in New York. Like, you can't do that. It's like, yes, the man shouldn't even be here. What's he doing on the city council?
Exactly.
Tell you, man, we are gonna follow the destruction of New York the whole time.
It's going down.
Oh, it's going fast since it did Mamdani. He promised everything would cost less. Now everything's
going
more.
up,
And your
up.
taxes. So it costs more to buy your goods and you have less money to spend.
Yeah.
And here's the best part.
And
though.
I don't care what Hochul says, nobody's moving back.
No.
There's no billionaire, no millionaire is moving back to New York City.
Why would you need to? Why would you need to? Like, realistically, the billionaires aren't working in person in an office. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why would you go to New York and pay their tax?
Once you jump a fence and find the other side's greener, you're going to stay there, aren't you?
Oh, shit, I get to keep my money. And then that money gets dumped into these other communities instead.
Yep.
But yeah, the price of everything's going up. People have less money to spend. And they're all saying, what's going on? You promised, the poor would be better off. It's like, yeah. Do you realize that if you can afford to pay your rent every month on time, pay your bills every month on time, then you're rich? These people don't realize that. Everyone always pictures rich as having way more money than they do. No one considers themselves rich basically until they have like $100 million of net worth. Right. Like Brian called me rich earlier. I am by no means rich. I have some assets, yes, but I don't have a fucking Scrooge McDuck style money bin that I go swimming through gold coins in. You know what I mean?
I never
You're
said
right, mate.
that.
As long as you live comfortable, look, at the end of the day, rich people aren't going to take their millions to heaven or hell. You know what I mean?
No, my children get my net worth when I die.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're not going to take it with you. You know what I mean? Like, so money's irrelevant. As long as you're happy and you're content in life, as you said, you pay your bills, you're eating food, you got a roof over your head. That's
Well,
all
that's
it's
the
all about.
problem, though, is those folks in New York that said I'm comfortable, but I'm not super wealthy, are super wealthy compared to the homeless guy. And they
Yeah,
didn't take that into account. So now these people who were doing okay are now barely scraping by because they're paying for the homeless guy to friggin' scream at a cat and drink a 40 of Colt 45, you know?
Call 45!
Speaking of Colt 45, Afro Man just won his legal case.
oh, I saw that.
Yeah, you remember Afro Man?
And I got high.
Yeah, but because I got high.
Because I got high.
Yeah, that's
That
Afro
was a
Man.
great song.
Yeah, I was his debut hit. His house got raided 3 years ago by the county sheriff's department. So he released an album called Yellow Pound Cake, and the entire album is about the cops in particular by name who came into his house. Like he called the lady there a lesbian who was sleeping with the other cops' wives.
Damn.
The one fat guy, he's like, he came into my house and saw my lemon pound cake and he ate it all. So the cops sued him for defamation. And the entire jury was like bullshit and threw it out. The jury was like, nope, garbage. This is absolutely insane.
Yo, you saw? No, go ahead.
No, I thought it was hilarious. I heard
Oh,
it
yeah.
today.
Oh, dude, I heard about it a couple days ago. He wearing the fucking all American flag suit, and he, dude.
Sunglasses. And then he
Dude,
sang one
Well,
song.
this is what I call poetic justice, dude.
Yeah, and then he actually sang one of the songs that everyone was upset about, and the cops tried to act all offended.
Yeah,
They're
well,
public figures. They came into my house. They stole his money apparently.
$400.
So
Yeah, no, but I said yeah, like it was $400 and stuff. But
you upset
was
if $400 got taken?
Oh, yeah.
The cop walked into your
yeah,
house?
yeah, but the cop at the defense like, oh, they violated our privacy. You fucking stole his fucking house.
Well, here's what's crazy: is they cut his personal home security feed. Why would you cut a security feed unless you intend on doing something that you don't want seen?
Mm-hmm.
Like, shouldn't the cops have been like, yeah, all right, keep it on, make sure, keep us honest, right?
Yeah.
No, they literally cut a wire, like old school wire. It wasn't wireless.
Oh,
And
shit.
it's like, fuck. They smashed his door down. Be like, no, you guys gotta fix my door. You guys gotta reinstall my security system, and I want my fucking $400 back.
And like, what was like? They didn't find nothing too, you know, like
Nothing. Well, they
whatever
did
the.
kidnapping and drug
I guess
smuggling or dealing or whatever.
you know, if you listen to
Trafficking.
the song, at the end of the song, so I was listening to a lawyer. I was talking about this. Like, he even told you at the end of the song is like, I end up on the street because I got high. So it's telling you don't get high because you're gonna lose a lot of things in life, you know.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
Yes.
make love to you, but then I got high.
Yeah, I goes back
I
to
was
get
gonna
it.
eat
Like,
your pussy too, but then I got
Yeah.
high. Now
Yeah,
I'm
he-
jerking off, and I know why.
yeah, because he got high.
because I got high.
He's giving everybody a lesson, you know. Don't get high because you're gonna lose all these fucking things, you know.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with smoking a little pot, but I get this from South Park actually. But it makes you okay with being lazy, and if you do it too much, you'll wake up one day 20 years later and realize you've done nothing with your life.
Yeah.
And then you go to New York and say, buy me more pot so I can sit around and do nothing. Check this out. The Republicans pushed through a Deporting Fraudsters Act. People that are busted for, like, scamming the system,
Yeah.
that are here illegally, are at the head of the line. Fucking Democrats voted against it. It's like,
But this
Not
is the
only
House
include the-
Representatives. It's not like through the Senate, so it's not like up for becoming a law type deal.
not yet. It
It's
made it
never
through-
going to
yeah,
get
exactly.
through the Senate.
And that makes you ask them why is it okay to come here illegally and scam the people and make yourself rich?
Yeah.
Because I'm not allowed to scam people. Like I said, we just had a guy here in West Virginia who's going to prison for fraud.
Is he? Because he's in Florida now.
It's still a federal thing, abusing COVID relief funds.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna be in a federal prison, not even a state prison.
There's no parole in federal.
No, there's not. I didn't know that. And what's up with this? What's going on with Homeland Security? Honestly,
Oh, what's
like,
wrong?
is nobody getting paid at all? And all I'm hearing about is people complaining about TSA.
Yeah,
TSA is the main organization that people deal with the most because they're in all the airports.
yeah.
But
And
does that
there's
mean
been
ICE
a
isn't
lot of
getting
people
paid?
that are like calling out sick because they're not getting paid and they're doing DoorDash, they're doing this and they're doing that to try to pay the bills.
I think this is a major security thing. They need to.
The airport
also-
lines are going through the roof. So.
The TSA need to get paid by this airport, and they get a little fraction from the
ICE
government.
is not a biggest deal because Trump, in the last budget deal they pushed through, he front loaded a ton of money for ICE where they
Because he probably perceived it as like, yeah, I don't want them to fucking put me on, you know.
So is that why ICE is still getting paid? Is 'cause
Yeah.
they don't put money aside in
the
advance?
money was set aside for ICE. Yeah.
And I like what Guapo said. Make security a airport
It's
by
just-
airport issue.
Airport by airport.
But with federal regulations.
Yeah, like, okay.
It used
well,
to be that way.
I know. It was so easy to get on a plane too, wasn't it? Actually, it's funny. Brian and I were talking about flying earlier. It's, before we got on the show today. Doesn't matter much, but anyway. Interesting news. Venezuela has taken its first ever baseball classic. It's a global
And
competition.
they beat the U.S.
Yeah, but
The
most
US.
of them were like Americans too.
I don't know.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the Italians were a bunch of Americans too.
You don't have to be a citizen to compete.
No, but if you got a
You can
Hey,
pick
hey.
which country you want to choose.
yeah, if you got heritage from that country, you could play for them.
How
Like
many
it-
MLB players competed in this competition?
Probably a good.
I don't know. Because remember back in the day, professional athletes were not allowed to compete in the Olympics.
Yeah, but it depends. I think the sport because NFL is different than Major League Baseball. Well, soccer too. So
Well, like hockey, for example. There were no professional hockey players in the Olympics until like 15 or 20 years. Oh, shit. Probably 25 years ago.
Yeah, but most of the hockey players are Canadians too, so they go back to Canada and play over there.
Not most of them, a lot of them. And
Yeah,
there were a bunch
and
of Russians. There was a huge Russian surge in the United States with hockey players too, like Kasatonov. Because the Russians always have a great hockey team. Let's be real.
Yeah, I know.
They have an amazing hockey team every time. But the last two times the men won gold at hockey, they had to defeat the Russians to take it, and it's supposed to be an unbeatable team, right?
Yeah.
But on the topic of Venezuela here, Chevron and Shell are about to make the same fucking mistake they made last time in Venezuela.
What's that?
They're about to make a deal with the country to set up refineries and drilling sites and everything else. This is what they did before, and then Chavez took over the country and seized billions of dollars worth of stuff from these companies. Now, this woman that's in charge now seems to be playing ball because of what happened with Maduro.
Yeah, she don't want to get snatched in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but what's to say that some other freaking dictator doesn't just rise up and do it again in 5-10 years after these guys have invested $5 billion in setting up an industry?
Because there's already a precedent, so
And this
Dude, Trump right now took us from where were we before to the fucking top military. I don't know, everybody, dude.
we always have been.
Yeah, but
Very
nobody.
long time.
Yeah, but that's why Russia's like, whatever, doing the. No. Let's go back. The military was gay for a while, dude. We have fucking gay commercials and stuff. Okay.
I got 2 moms and I joined the army.
Yeah. So
Who gives a
now.
shit?
Now,
Shit.
now, fucking the way shit go, everybody like, I want to go. I want to sign up. You know.
Change it from Defense Department to War Department.
Yeah, the fuck. Remember we talked about it like a while ago. Like we should change the name to War Department. No, that's never gonna happen. I think you the one that told me that. And then
I didn't think it was gonna happen because it sounds like but their business is war. That's
go
and
fucking
the Department of War.
Yeah, go fucking kill and don't fucking rebuild structures. Like the way the Venezuela did it. They fucking snatch everybody. They snatch Maduro, kill a bunch of people, destroy a lot of shit. They're not responsible to build it. You build it yourself, you know.
But it's the way they did it too, mate. It's how they went in. It's
insane. Yeah, precisely. Yeah. Dude, and everybody was talking about it because they want to be part of it, you know? Like, damn, I wish I was there part of that shit, you know?
Yeah. And that's how you build them. That's how you build an army, mate.
Yeah.
Operations like that successful.
Well, yeah. Well, see that I think that's a big issue we're having right now is MAGA still strongly supports Trump's moves in Iran. But your moderates, your independents, your disaffected liberals are not fans of this.
Yeah, but you know what?
Because Trump promised no foreign wars.
Well,
yes,
but there's no troops on the ground and stuff like that too.
That's bullshit too, and we're getting into that tonight.
Yeah, but I say like he's cleaning up the mess that everybody left behind for like the last 60 years.
Yeah, since 1979, right?
Yeah, dude, he's cleaning up Venezuela, Cuba, and fucking Iran.
Well, hold on. I want to say, first of all, Venezuela and Cuba, this is something that we've been ignoring on the show, but Cuba, we've blockaded Cuba.
Yeah.
It's not an embargo. We've blockaded them. Nothing in or out. That island is blacked out right now, the whole island.
Yeah.
They're folding now. They're about to get on board and join OPEC. Or not necessarily join OPEC, but start using the US dollar to trade oil instead of going through BRICS.
Yeah.
I told you BRICS is devastated. I told you last time I spoke.
So
I'm telling you though, the reason why he did Venezuela when he did, and then Cuba, was so that we went into Iran, the oil would not spike nearly as much because now we've already opened up all the oil in Venezuela to be available. That's why gas is $3.50 and not $8.
Yeah.
And another thing,
unless you're in Cali.
That's different. That's their own.
You know what he's done now besides destroy BRICS? He's going to get you guys out of NATO. He set the trap.
Yeah, I think that might happen. I don't know if that's a great idea, honestly.
I think it's a good idea.
But NATO's not doing shit to help us.
NATO is the United States. If you guys weren't there, NATO would be nothing.
It wouldn't exist within a couple of years.
It would be nothing. They're not paying their right monies. Even though they say they were, they still haven't put that money in yet. You guys are propping them up.
One country did. France, was it France that did? And France actually sent an aircraft carrier over to the Gulf. Not the Gulf. Yeah, I guess.
And the ex-Prime Minister of the Netherlands, he's going, we're now looking at ways to go and help the United States. Trump said, we don't need your help. I asked you the first time to come with us. You didn't come. He's a coward.
Yeah, exactly. We're taking it. You're not getting a fucking penny of it now. But here's the crazy thing is apparently Denmark has had this plan in place and has been prepared to fucking blow up the runways in Greenland to stop the United States from invading. It's like, if anyone genuinely thought there was going to be a Greenland invasion from the United States, they're fucking nuts. Okay?
Idiots, mate. Anyway, lads, I've got to go, but thanks for letting us on.
Yeah.
All right, later.
Have fun, man.
Take Blake back from work. Thanks, guys.
All right, man. Later.
Bye. But yeah, if you think that we're actually going to invade and take over Greenland, you're out of your mind. That was
I think I got an article in here someplace where they were going to blow up the airstrips in Greenland.
Yeah, Denmark reportedly sent troops with explosives to Greenland amid U.S. threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally what I was just talking about. But with everything that's going on right now...
We talk about Cuba?
Yeah, we just did.
Yes. Yep. We tied it in. I made the point that I think the reason why we did Cuba and Venezuela when we did...
To open...
to open up the oil flow before Iran happened, which
Right.
makes me think that this was planned way further in advance than anyone realized.
Probably when he was running for president, he was like, "Hey, how should we do this? We have to do
Yeah,
this."
if we do this and this, it'll keep gas at least
Yeah.
affordable enough, you know?
Yeah. This probably was the talks for like a year, dude. And once he got in charge of the commander in chief, then he went to talk to start cleaning up all the fucking the leakers and generals. They're not gonna be, you know. Then he like, okay, man, this is my mission. How can we succeed at this, you know?
And now we got the Pentagon seeking $200 billion more for the war effort.
Well, not necessarily for the war effort. They want to replenish everything used.
Yeah.
Like we need to restock our munitions.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I honestly have no idea what's a lot of money when it comes to this because our defense budget's insane.
Yeah.
But what's it been 2 weeks in Iran?
Yeah.
We already need $200 billion to refill our stockpile. Seems kind of nuts to me. Like, but we're hitting like 5,000 targets a day.
Yeah, I mean the drones that we copied from the Iran, the Ayatollah. I heard they were
Side
cheaper.
drones?
Yeah, I heard they were a little bit more cheaper than the actually missiles and stuff like that, dude.
True, but they can only carry a certain payload.
Yeah, but
They're not dropping Hellfire missiles.
they're more precision targets too, you know.
Why do you say that, man? We can put a fucking missile through a car window, out the other car window, through the open door of a restaurant, and detonate it in the restaurant. It's getting kind of crazy what we can do with these things these days.
So apparently, the European countries are starting to say, hey, we need to do something about the Straits of Hormuz.
Right, yeah, 25 European nations and Canada are all on board to help now. And it's
I believe it when I see it.
Yeah, it's like, first of all, UK, it's already begun, actually. We kicked it off. But the UK, weren't they the ones who told us we couldn't use our own military bases in their country?
Spain.
Oh, Spain. Okay, my
was,
mistake.
yeah.
My mistake.
I
don't know
think
if
the
Spain's...
UK did for a while, too.
Yeah, now everyone's on board, almost. Shit, and half these Middle Eastern countries are actively fighting against Iran because Iran got bombed and they just attacked everyone near them. Like they hit the fucking islands in Bahrain.
Yep.
What is that going to help?
Nothing.
How is that going to help this end better for you? You know what I mean? I mean, you are suicide bombing other people at this point. You're killing your own people at this point because you're going to get the shit bombed out of you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, there you go. Japan is involved in this too. But the U.S. has already kicked off this attack to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, with aircraft.
Taking out their drones and everything else in the area.
Yeah. For real though, if we're dealing, do they still have ships there? Or did we destroy their entire fucking navy?
I don't think the whole navy's wiped out, but a good 90% of it.
So what are they doing to stop ships from going through the Strait of Hormuz at this point?
I think they're using drones and missiles.
Yeah, they're just the individual fucking loyal guys and shit. They're still going. You know.
Fuck it. Go old school Bush in Iraq and break up the freaking battleships.
They don't have any battleships.
We have the same ones we used in Iraq and in World War II. They still work.
They're museums all around the country.
And they were when we took them into the Middle East last time too. But they still work. You just start bombarding everything with 18-inch guns.
Not gonna.
Dear
happen.
God, huh?
They're not gonna happen.
Why not? We did it. What, 15? Or I keep forgetting how old I am. Like 20 years ago, right?
In the 90s,
weapons of mass destruction.
90s was the last time we fucking used battleship.
Yeah, and I remember thinking that's crazy, but it's such a massive gun, and you could fire 12 of them at a time.
So we got Israel sources saying that Iran's new supreme leader, Wajat Kamani, is weak. We've also saw there's reports going out that he's also gay.
I saw that. I've
Yeah.
also that's why he wasn't chosen by
His father.
Ali Khamenei. Yeah. But I've also heard he's dead.
Well, he's actually. I've
also heard he's in
was
Russia.
in Russia for treatment.
Yeah. Well, and,
I guess his safest place is probably to stay in Russia because we're not going in and bombing him there.
You know what? Why don't we go fuck with Russia? Honestly, are we genuinely concerned they'll drop a nuke on us?
Yeah.
Even if we're not trying to eradicate Russia, just get Putin out of power. You think Putin would deploy nuclear weapons?
Yes.
So we're just gonna let Russia get away with this, whatever the fuck they want, whenever the hell they want, because we're afraid of retaliation.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I've seen their weapons. Like, they should have won this war in Ukraine in like 6 months, right?
Yeah. But
we predicted this from the get-go that Ukraine was destined to failure because they weren't the powerhouse. They didn't have the backing, but I mean, the U.S. and NATO and all the European countries have backed Ukraine for so long now. You know, it's dragged this war out forever.
Well, there was an issue because a lot of generals were stealing all the money from Russia military, so none of the fucking shit actually was working the way it's supposed to.
Didn't Putin take down the aircraft with the leader of the Wagner group and kill him? That was like the main fighting force for the Russians.
Yeah,
because the guy said something about how he thinks it's a bad idea. It's a mercenary group.
Yeah, but when you talk about mercenary, they know how to manage their own money and stuff like that. Putin, he was relying on generals, and generals stealing the fucking money from the military defense. So when he went to war, like, oh shit, he found out most of the military are not ill prepared, not proper weapons, you know.
Yeah, they're using their garbage missiles, just like Iran, right?
Yeah. So yeah, he was fucking clean.
Did you see the last episode we posted?
No.
Oh, the thumbnail was a missile made of trash in a trash heap. Yeah, it was titled "Garbage Missiles." This one blew my mind. Iranian Americans and Irani everywhere else on the planet was begging Iran not to, but they fucking publicly hanged a 19-year-old world wrestling sounds like the fake stuff. Wrestling champion.
Yeah.
Because he protested against the fucking regime.
Damn.
I want everyone who's running them out saying dumb shit, especially with their fucking LGBTQ flags, saying, yeah, Iran, they will fucking kill you.
Yeah, and they predicted this early on. They were going to, assassinate all protesters.
Well, they were already shooting into crowds, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly, anyway. But they publicly strung this guy up and killed him. 19-year-old. Because he said, I don't think we should be doing this. I want all these lefty libtards to see this. And because they're saying, they have freedom of speech. No, they fucking don't. Okay?
No, I definitely
if you did what you're doing here in this country there, you'd not just go to prison, you will be executed.
Yep.
And apparently publicly, they're going to make sure everyone watches and understands.
Yeah, because it's disincentivizes people from protesting in the future.
Yeah, but that's what leads to revolutions, isn't it?
We'll see. It's a matter of time.
Yeah, well, I got a feeling the Irani people have been under this boot so long they don't understand what it's like to not be. Did you see their dude go on? He did an interview with, I think it was someone in England or something.
The Shaw?
Yeah. And they're asking him about the internet. Like, well, you're using the internet right now, but your people don't. He goes, I speak for the Irani people. We shut down the internet to protect the people. I was like, what? from seeing what's happening in your country? Oh. And this one, this actually really pissed off Trump. The freaking Israelis bombed a natural gas field in Iran. And then Iran returned fire, and I can't remember the nation, but took out a natural gas field in another country. Trump was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, we need this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Israel doesn't care. They have a
Apparently
vendetta.
they talked, and Israel will be more cognitive of what they bomb in the future.
You mean pay the fuck attention to where your bombs land?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, oh, God.
The Israel and U.S., we are not like co-joined with our objectives in what we're doing here. We're both bombing Iran, but we're not like, we don't have the same objectives.
Well, it's funny too, because everyone's blaming the Jews. And I'm like, whatever happened to no blood for oil? Because I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Like, we just took Maduro out of Venezuela, right? Now we're basically taking control of Iran. Like, this is all about oil. And, fuck, we're about to put boots on the ground possibly, right? In, what's the Kurig or whatever? What's that island called?
Yeah, I know you're talking.
Karg Island. And you just basically just sit there and be like, it's ours now.
That's what people think that the news going over there for.
Well, and people are like, oh, there's gonna be a drought. I'm like, no, there's not. It's not a 0% chance. But we have enough fucking Army and Marines, active duty, to do this. You know what I mean? We don't need to go draft 100,000 people to occupy a single island that's supposed to help keep the Strait of Hormuz open. Because realistically, what are we gonna do? We're gonna set up a small military infrastructure to be able to pick off incoming missiles and drones from the Strait of Hormuz, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's so terrified there's gonna be a draft. Is Guapo over there writing emails?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you got good ears.
No, your freaking microphone is way too sensitive, dude.
All right, let me see how can I sense it.
I've told you to turn your gain down before. Anything else you guys want to talk about in terms of Iran?
Nope.
All right. I don't know anything about this one. One of you two shared this. I read it. I didn't care enough about the Nexstar is closing a deal or closed the deal to buy something.
Yeah, they're buying more local stations. Basically, now that this deal went through, they're going to own like 162 local stations nationwide, which is like 90% of the local stations.
That can't possibly be right. Like every major city probably has a local news channel, right? I say that, but like ABC and Fox have their local sections, you know what I mean? No? Okay. But yeah, I guess people are upset about this, and the DOJ, I guess, has approved this through FCC.
They did it through waivers. This is basically giving the company 265 full-color TV stations in 44 states and the District of Columbia, and it'll own 132 of the country's 210 TV stations for local.
Yeah, so what? People are worried about a monopoly, basically?
Yeah. And it also violates the FCC's ownership rights. You know, basically there's rules in place where companies can't own so many percentage of like local TV percentages nationwide, and the FCC has overrode their own rules in this.
So they hooked them up with a waiver.
Yes.
Makes me wonder what the politics of this company is then, if they're going to be controlling the news outlets, and the FCC said, "Yeah, go ahead and do it."
Yeah.
Because what DirecTV and 8 states have sued to try to stop this, right?
It didn't happen. It's already done.
Didn't go very far.
Nope.
This one I found interesting. I think you shared this, Brian. Maybe Guapo, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But these Christian parents in Sweden had their kids taken away by the government because they went to church too often.
Yeah, I shared that.
Oh yeah.
What the hell?
It's Sweden.
You can't go to church?
Yeah.
No. If even if you went to church every day, which, let's be real, how many Christians actually go to church every day? Only your most devout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Catholics do.
What's that?
You're in church every day.
Not an actual church building going to mass. But now look at Islam. I bet you they're not taking away Islamic kids for being forced to pray 5 times a day.
Of course not.
And yeah, this family just lost their final appeal. Their kids were taken away. It blew my mind that that's a thing.
Yeah, that's why I shared it.
Yeah, you're too religious. We think you're an extremist. And it's like, I haven't heard anyone yell praise Jesus and blow themselves up in a public building in my entire life. But I've heard more than one situation where someone yelled Allahu Akbar and blew themselves up in a public building. The Sarnev brothers, they weren't Islamic, but they weren't doing it in the name of Jesus in Boston, right? The Boston bombing. They just hated us. And hey, I'm going to bring this up again. I'm going to give Russia credit because Russia contacted us and said, these two here are dangerous terrorists. They're going to do something terrible.
Right.
And hey, that was pretty cool of Russia to give us that heads up. And that was, 10 years ago?
And what do we do with it?
Nothing.
Probably kept an eye on them, but how do you keep an eye on someone without actually violating their constitutional rights? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to go through every purchase they make? Oh, they bought pressure cookers, you know?
Yeah.
As much as I'm not a fan of Russia, they actually made an effort to try to be like, hey, seriously, watch out. These guys are going to do something stupid.
Well, they don't like Chechnya anyway, so.
They definitely did something stupid.
Brian, you shared this one. I was surprised by this because I didn't recognize any of the names. And then when I read the article, I didn't care.
Cesar Chavez?
Yeah. Was that you, Guapo?
I think I did. And he was one of the farmers that tried to socialize farmers and shit like that.
Yeah, it said he's part of like the labor union, and I was like, I know the name Cesar Chavez, but I could have sworn he was like some like
boxer,
Central American dictator or something.
No. This is
he was.
What was Chavez who ran Venezuela for? Was his name Cesar too?
No, you're talking about I forgot his name. Hugo Chavez.
Okay.
No, so this is Cesar Chavez. It was a fucking union for the farmers in California, shit like that, and everybody talked about it and stuff in high school when I was reading history. But one thing they leave out of the history, he was against immigration because they would have took the farmers' jobs. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
So
that's exactly what the Democrats tell. Who's going to pick the fucking the fruit?
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean? It's like you need a subclass of people to do this for you? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, Americans don't want these jobs. No. You don't want that job. Trust me, the man with no job who can't pay his bills will be happy to pick strawberries. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, and so their father, I saw the article, they tried to, because of the history they found out by, and they found out he didn't like immigrants and shit. That's what I thought it was. But I guess it was fucking raping people left and right. Yeah. So I'm like, God damn, this is a fucking twist in here.
Yeah, what he was accused or convicted of raping 2 minors, and
yeah,
then
that's
the
a-
woman who worked directly under him was like, after the fact, was like, yeah, he raped me too.
Yeah, it's like, God damn, man, like, it's crazy. That's
well,
all.
You never know somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah, until fucking history comes out and tell you all about him, that person.
Oh my god.
And sometimes I hate when people wanna like accuse him, but he's not here to defend himself. And also, like, what's the evidence to? Like, it's just like I want to believe the person, but at the same time, like, I need fucking evidence, you know?
Well, just like, what was her name? They had accused Trump of rape from like
Yeah.
30 years ago.
And he couldn't remember the place or the time and where it was.
Yeah, and she claimed to vividly remember this dress she had that hadn't been released for like 7 years later. And she was afraid to fly, but flew out there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, then talked about how she had a rape fantasy. And it's like, and they still bought her story.
Yeah.
I just like to say that Joe Biden raped me, and I would like to see some. It's too late.
Compensation.
Statute of limitations is expired, even for a civil case. But I would like them to be extended just for me.
But he's
So
got
that-
hairy legs.
Yes, he made me rub his legs, and some dude named Popcorn
Popcorn.
tried to protect me, and then Joe got up with a chain and beat him to the ground.
Yep.
And don't forget, Joe told me to just fire my shotgun in the fucking sky. Does everyone remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like, everyone was like, don't do that, you will go to prison. It's like, all that lead shots coming back down to the ground at terminal velocity. All right, and anything else in general you want to talk about before we go?
No.
I don't know if you guys talk about the. I shared an article, but I wasn't here about the police video cameras. You know how they carry the cameras and
Body
shit like
cams,
that. Body cams, yeah.
You might have, but you share a lot of stuff that's like a video to Facebook.
I
and
know.
I
It's just
skipped right past them.
I'm just driving, and it's like I don't got time for fucking such an article and shit like that. But
Yeah, but you're supposed to
there's
go
a-
back through and do or something, but whatever.
there's a group of people complaining about them now.
Oh yeah, these body cams are racist because it's showing
No,
that these
no,
minorities are actually committing crimes.
Nope.
Oh,
there's
that is a thing going on right now. You know?
Yeah, no, but it's not them.
Okay, what's this?
White women.
Oh, doing the dancing or whatever.
No, they get arrested for DUI and this shit. And people on the internet is taking because of they want to fucking what's the word looking for? They want access to body camera Freedom Information Act.
Yeah.
And people are requesting Freedom Information Act, so they're taking the videos and posting on the internet so they can make money out of that shit. So now they don't fucking like it because they're destroying their fucking life, you know. They arrested teachers, all these white ladies getting drunk and telling cops they will suck their dick and they don't get arrested.
Actually, Angry Cops did a piece on this.
I just saw that today too.
Oh, that was a while ago too, wasn't it?
Oh no, I just saw Angry Cop video. I saw somebody else that came out with the video. Like, oh shit, I better send this so I don't fucking forget about it. You know?
Yeah, they're offering to bribe the cops or blow them.
Yeah, and now
this makes your sentence worse, right?
But this is no. They even that like after like they send this over, they get hunt. This shit is out there for everybody to see how you are, who you are.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well,
But they didn't want to fucking want the cameras. They didn't want to fucking want the Freedom Information Act, and now they don't fucking like it.
And that's why they're blowing up the white women, because it was the white women pushing this stuff, swearing it would prove all the cops are bad, and they're doing the shit themselves too.
They're horrible.
Yep, they're awful. Affluent white urban female liberals, or affluent white female urban liberals.
Yeah.
Awful.
But yeah, that's the topic about it. It was just hilarious. Like, oh my god.
All right.
Oh.
Well, Brian.
Yep.
Oh, why is there no sound on that? That's weird. That's our show.
All right. You hear me now?
I hear you.